Hey guys, Dr. Jason West. It is our live program tonight. So many things and exciting things to talk about. And it's all about how to empower you so that you can live your life here at home. And so this is one of my favorite treatments that I can do at home. I'm dialing in my iPad here so that I can help to manage any comments that are coming in. And of course, just when I think I'm going to do that, it freaks out on me. So we'll just forget about this and we'll go over, and Caden's going to help me, but I think I'm just going to leave it. All right, we're just going to go off this. Now, apple cider vinegar is what we're talking about. Digestion, fat loss, weight, insulin, blood sugar cravings. It's good for a hair rinse. It's a face mask. And we've got an awesome report that you can download. It's a free program. We're just going to send you to a place where you can download that if you're interested. But tonight's program is all about how to empower you at home. And this report that is right behind me, just right over, over here, is the secret report on apple cider vinegar. Now, what apple cider vinegar is it's acetic acid. And what it does, obviously, comes from apples. Remember the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, let's just take that whole thing and just amplify it, make it come up, and let's talk about apple cider vinegar. And so this report, we're just going to go right off the report, and you guys, you can totally get this for free because there is a gazillion things that people need to know about. Now, one of the first things I say is if your digestion isn't healthy, if your sewer system isn't healthy, then you're not healthy. And remember, when we talk about putting foods into your system, there's two components of that. One, we want to have a healthy breakdown of foods. And then two, what we want to do is we want to make sure we have a healthy absorption of foods. And this is one of the secret ways that you can help to absorb and break down foods. And particularly, if you've been diagnosed with silent reflux or silent acid reflux, if you're having heartburn, indigestion, bloating, this is one of my favorite things that I can tell people, this is what you do inside of that. So, raw organic apple cider vinegar, it's the mother of vinegar. And by the way, you guys, it's really important that you know what type of apple cider vinegar to use. I like Bragg's apple cider vinegar. That's the cloudy apple cider vinegar. And just so you know, I have no vested interest. I have no ties to the company. This is just what I like to recommend for people. And let's start just going through the benefits of that. Now, if you're just joining us, it's our Thursday night, 5 o'clock program, the Dr. Jason West and the West Clinic live at 5, where we're talking about different things. We also have a special insiders group on Wednesday nights. It's our West Clinic community. And then, of course, our exclusive question and answer period is the Thrivers Tribe. So we're kind of just starting to differentiate. And the program that we have tonight is all about what you can do at home to be healthy. And one of the biggest things that people talk about is what can I do for sugar cravings? How can I manage my sugar? And then what can I do to help particularly that stubborn body fat? Well, it's apple cider vinegar. That's what it's at. Now, I also wanted to give a special thanks to my producers, Caden. I can't do this without you, Caden. A special thanks to you. And Clarissa is helping us, making sure that if I say anything of sending out information or anything like that, she's going to pick it up and you might get a message from her. So going back and talking about apple cider vinegar, stomach problems, this is such an easy test. And at the very end of this report, you'll see, matter of fact, I'm just going to go right down to the end here. Okay, how to take it. So inside of the free report, one of my patients was telling me today, Dr. J, would you just slow down a little bit? And so I need to be genuine and authentic for a minute and say, you know, when I get nervous, I start to talk really fast. And she said, well, you don't look nervous. I'm like, well, that's because you can't see me on the inside. So I'm going to try and not be nervous and knock it down a notch, not quite go so fast. But I will tell you this, inside of this program, and then this is the apple cider vinegar program, for health maintenance, 2 tablespoons and 200 milliliters of water. So, you know, that's basically 6 to 8 ounces of water. They recommend in the report 3 times a day. I think it works best with meals, after meals preferably. And then if you want to ramp it up a little bit, you can. Now, I've had people drink half a glass of apple cider vinegar. I had one patient accidentally drink a whole glass of apple cider vinegar. That's kind of fascinating. And I think that it's really important to play around a little bit with apple cider vinegar. Most of the time, my dad would recommend taking it before meals. I kind of like to recommend people taking it after meals. And probably the most important is you just take it around mealtime. I don't think it's the greatest thing to do to take on an empty stomach. I do think it's important to take with food, because if you think about acetic acid or acetic vinegar, it tries to digest things that aren't there. So what it does is it helps to break down foods. It's really good to help clear a stuffy nose. So if you have chronic sinusitis problems, sore throat, apple cider vinegar is fabulous. And I've had people add some interesting things to that. One patient told me, hey, Dr. J, apple cider vinegar, maple syrup, and cayenne pepper is so good. It'll just clear up any sinus problem. I haven't exactly tried that, so I don't want to recommend something that I haven't tried. Of course, I've taken apple cider vinegar straight up. It's so good to reduce swelling. So many times people come in, swollen hands, swollen feet, swollen joints. Apple cider vinegar, I see it really good for extinguishing exhaustion, nighttime leg cramps, which if you are in our Wellness to Wellness program, nighttime leg cramps usually caused by two things. Number one, a mineral deficiency, particularly magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium are all considerations there. And if there's too many impulses going through the nerves, it's a deficiency in lipotrophic B vitamins. It can relieve nighttime leg cramps. That's another thing. And of course, the lack of digestion, particularly moms. Moms, if you're out there and you're listening to me on the health benefits of apple cider vinegar, here's one thing that's really good. If you have teenagers that have bad breath or a spouse that has bad breath, one of the problems is the food's going down into the stomach. It's fermenting, it's rotting and decaying. It can't go south and go basically through the GI system. So what happens is it comes north, and a lot of time that chronic halitosis or bad breath, if you improve digestion, if you speed it up here, it really helps with bad breath. I love it for yeast conditions, particularly on the toenails and athlete's foot. I see it really good. It's really effective for yeast problems. If you do a medical microscopy test and you see a bunch of yeast inside of the blood, it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. I had a male tell me the other day, look, I don't get yeast infections. And I said, yeah, but look at what's happening in your blood. It's just full of yeast. And he said, I thought only women got yeast infections. Not so. Yeast infection is a sign of an inadequate immune system. Let's get that to basically improve. Controlling blood sugars. It's so helpful for managing blood sugar levels. You can mix out 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in a glass of, it says filtered water or spring water 3 times a day to really help with the digestion, but it helps with blood sugar. Now, it doesn't mean that you can stop taking a blood sugar medication, or it doesn't mean you can stop taking insulin. Please don't do that. Make sure that you're following those recommendations from your healthcare provider, but this is a really good long-term consideration for the improvement of blood sugar levels. And then so many people come in and it's a weight problem. Now I'm going to say most of it, probably 60-70%, it's too much weight, but also the inability to maintain weight is a significant problem. Both are concerning. If you can't gain weight, not so good. You can't lose weight, not so good. Apple cider vinegar helps you to get in the middle. It's also really helpful for managing fats. Now, we talk, and when we say we, Americans talk so much about fat when it comes to cholesterol levels. And cholesterol is really important. Unfortunately, it gets a bad rap as the only cause or the main cause of cardiovascular disease and strokes and heart attacks. For sure, it's probably a factor. However, you can't make hormones or chemical messengers without cholesterol. And so you want to have healthy cholesterol levels. Too high is bad. In my opinion, too low is even worse. You can't make hormones. Your body can't really communicate with each other, and with the fats in the body, you can't protect the cell membrane, which is basically the stuff around the cell. if you don't have healthy fats, everything can get in, everything can get out. Hello, little bug from China, and the viral problems. And it's not just that. Epstein-Barr, herpes simplex 1, adenovirus, rhinovirus, West Nile, cytomegalovirus, parvo. Kind of doesn't matter which virus it is. If you have unhealthy cell membranes, not good. And so what happens is you got to maintain cholesterol levels. Another thing that's so painful for people, and it's estimated a significant portion of the population, is problems with the veins. So you have hemorrhoids, spider veins, varicose veins. If you bump up against something and bruise really easy, or if you brush your teeth and you get pink toothbrush disease, apple cider vinegar is a consideration for those. And then there's some really nice health and beauty benefits of apple cider vinegar. It's a great hair rinse. So right here, dilute 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar in water and pour over your hair after shampooing. It seems to really help with hair conditions and dandruff. It's good as a facial mask. Mixing apple cider vinegar with bentonite clay and then applying it to the face. It's a skin toner. It's good as a soothing bath. I think one of the best things that you can do at home, apple cider vinegar and Epsom salts. I had a brain squeeze there for a minute. Magnesium sulfate and acetic acid, or apple cider vinegar and Epsom salts. What a potent combination for aches and pains and getting magnesium in your system. You can use it to brush teeth. It's good to soak your feet. I've seen really good outcomes with chronic wart problems, taking a cotton ball, putting apple cider vinegar on it, and then taping it over the wart. And then I think it's good for age spots. Varicose veins, natural deodorant. I mean, apple cider vinegar, it's just got amazing properties. It's simple, it's easy, it's inexpensive. I'm trying to think in the last 2 decades, 20 years in practice, I don't remember anybody coming in with a horrible outcome or difficulties with an apple cider vinegar overdose. The other thing, something I struggled with when I had a bad tooth, I got some cystic acne because the infected tooth was literally poisoning my nervous system. Body was trying to detox, and for a time period I had some really problems with acne, and it's rough on how you feel about yourself. So I love this application of apple cider vinegar on the skin. We had talked about arthritis. It's good internally to relieve arthritis pain and improve bone health. And then we're back down here, you guys, of how to take it. So apple cider vinegar is so healthy, and I love putting about 2 tablespoons, half a glass of water before or after meals. I really don't think that it matters. I think it does matter as long as it's cloudy apple cider vinegar. And so I just wanted to review really quick some of the neat things that is possible at home. Apple cider vinegar, getting your body on a schedule, going to bed at the same time, healthy water intake. All of those things are just simply fantastic for ways to help yourselves. Now, the person that has information makes really good decisions. And so that was the purpose of developing our Thursday night live programs. I had some really cool video stuff that disappeared on a drive. And so we're going to take you over and we're going to show you some really neat ways to access the video testimonials and stuff on our website, how to get information, how to get to blogs, and then how to get some of the products that we talk about instead of being able to show some of the video testimonials. It's only stressful right before we go live. So that being said, you guys, Caden, if you'll pick me up on our website. So we're going over, you guys, to the West Clinic Live, West Clinic Online website. I wanted to walk you guys through some daily vitamin H. So what is vitamin H? That stands for Vitamin Hope. If you guys are looking for information about conditions, treatment suggestions, real life examples and stuff like that, you can go to the West Clinic Online and go to the blog, and we talked about how, here they are, the stories. Jim beats chronic back pain, and that's the regenerative therapy. Carlene turned her life around, just hurting all the time. A really, really tough, hardworking rancher. We talk about healthy blood and healthy person. And then anxiety, allergies, and stuff like that. These are the blog posts that we're doing. The other thing that when we talk about the best sources of natural supplements and stuff like that, You can get it right here inside of our clinic a shop here. You just go in here and click shop. Now I'm waiting, there we go. And we developed a program called Personal OTC, or Personalized Organs, Tissues, and Cells. And so many times I was getting asked, hey, Dr. West, you talked about chlorophyll. Where do you get it? You talked about blood sugar. You talked about vitamin D. It's all right here on the shop icon on the website. And so if we can help you to get that, you can do the medical nutritional therapy or the patient supplements and some books and some other things. And so it's about empowering people and creating a movement. So with that being said, you guys, we are taking all of our questions on our Thursday night program, and we're putting them together in a West Clinic community system. So if you are on Facebook, you can go and you can absolutely join our community for free. We do that on Wednesdays. It's our program where we're trying to help empower people to live up here and not down here. And that's what we're doing on our Wednesday night programs. Thursdays, it's at-home therapies. What you can do at home to be healthier. We're talking about apple cider vinegar, and that really is everything that we've talked about in our program. So apple cider vinegar, an apple away a day keeps the doctor away. We're also talking about the benefits. It's a healthy as a soak, as a skin factor. My producer, aka Caden, is telling me he's got someone that keeps talking to him about questions. So I'm going to answer one or two quick questions.
So Shauna Schmidt asks, I have consumed ACV 1 tablespoon plus 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 8 ounces of water. Do you think this is beneficial to do?
Hey, Shauna Schmidt, how are you? I just wanted to give you a shout out. I think, Shauna, that's a good regimen. What she said, you guys, was I take apple cider vinegar, honey, and lemon juice in Jack Daniels every day, and it really helps me. Okay, I'm just teasing. She didn't say that. She said apple cider vinegar, honey, and lemon juice in water. Do you think that's beneficial? Well, there's a ton of things in there that are good for you. The apple cider vinegar, fantastic. I love the ascorbic acid that's in the lemon juice. That's basically the phytonutrients of vitamin C. And then honey. I need to really do a program on honey. This is one of the best foods. It's so healthy. I just love it. It's metabolized differently inside of the body. Shauna, I think that is a fantastic protocol. Keep after it. Also, you guys, we wanted to really quickly review some of the benefits of making sure that you're hydrated. Remember, water is so underrated. It's so helpful. It helps with headaches. It helps with arthritis. I think it's really important for metabolism and weight loss. I see good outcomes with blood pressure and getting slow bowels to work better. If you're having constipation, I think that water is so good to get your entire GI system together. So, Caden, I'm going to see if we got one or two really quick questions, and then we're going to wrap up on apple cider vinegar. Again, make sure that it's cloudy when you take it. I think it just has enormous health benefits on it. And then don't forget patient success stories. Dr. Robbins' one is coming up. Christina's coming up. We're putting it together. And that being said, apple cider vinegar, it's good for what ails you. It's Dr. Jason West and the West Clinic team, Thursday nights, 5 o'clock. We're going into more details and everything inside our West Clinic community. Make sure that you join it. It's free. There's so many neat things in it. And then the ultimate red carpet Rolls Royce treatment is our Thrivers Tribe. And that's how we're helping people to live, not just here, to live up here. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next Thursday, 5 o'clock, same time, Mountain Time, in what we can do at home to help you to be healthy. This is Dr. Jason West, and here's to your energy, balance, and longevity.